All right, guys, I'm just going to jump right into it. You guys don't know me yet. I'm brand new on this scene. This is actually my first video, and I actually am doing this against my own will because I'm trying to not do the same thing. I'm trying to not reinvent the wheel that so many other great researchers are doing right now, and they're doing an awesome job, and I absolutely love reviewing their stuff, their material, and reposting it. I'm trying to keep a level of quality, whereas to maintain verifiable links where possible, and not scare away the sheep that I'm trying to win over here. Anyway, on the screen here, you'll notice there's my Save Humanity page. I'm going to shut down chat, so actually it's already shut down. Good. I just have one person in there that can contact me here. This Save Humanity group that I started on Facebook, it's a closed group. I don't let people in that don't have any friends or have been on Facebook for less than 5 fucking days. So basically that's to keep the shills and the trolls out as much as possible. I know they're out there. Anybody that's on Facebook, go ahead. You can request to join, and you don't even have to be my friend. But I could use as many supporters as possible. I'm doing it on here because nobody else really is. I'm trying to do things a little differently, but in the efforts of research, I'm working on a documentary piece that deals with designer diseases and the AIDS virus, H1N1, swine flu, avian flu, Ebola, the first outbreak, and then part 2 is a current situation with Ebola, and then there's another part which deals with what is actually killing us right now, and it's not these fucking viruses, and it's probably going to be the vaccines or the long-term treatment pharmaceuticals that they're using. Anyway, that's all for the documentary. Stand by for it. You have to forgive me because I'm working and operating out of my truck and I'm traveling across the country, and if it wasn't for really fine establishments like the one that I'm in right now, I wouldn't even have a place to operate out of. So for that, I'm grateful. I'm not here to advertise anybody. This is that'll be fit into my Cross Canada documentary, which I'll be doing in about 3 or 4 months after I've stitched together all the footage, and stand by for that. But anyhow, while doing the research for this virus documentary, something came to light, and it has to deal with the first Ebola patient that died. Many of you will recognize your own videos because I've been sharing them pretty well. It's right here. One of the guys that I've been working with, John Savoy, he's an incredible researcher. He actually has friends all over the world that are on the ground, and they're reporting things. They do guerrilla journalism and the whole bit. And this guy, he just kind of noticed something, and it's kind of a spooky thing. This will be covered in greater detail in the documentary, but I had to shout this out because this is something that's absolutely scary. This is about the media spin regarding the first Ebola patient. None of the media sources can seem to get this entire story straight whatsoever. Every single media source has lapsed in its and it can't get the death date straight. John goes to say, why did they lie about the death of a first U.S. Ebola patient? The official report says he died on October 8th. However, a news report surfaced that he died much earlier, as screen grabbed below. So let's have a look. Okay, so first U.S. Ebola patient dies. News brief. That would be October 5th, 2014. So that's the date of the report. Thomas A. Duncan, who became ill with Ebola after arriving from the West. He died 2 weeks ago, succumbed to the virus today. So we know it's the 5th. Okay, so, well, if that's the 5th, why did they wait to say it? Okay, John goes on to say here, we got more comments that he wrote. He pinpointed a few really good points and nailed it on the head. Okay, if we go to the Israel National News, what we're going to find in this new tab is this is the current story. So Thomas E. Duncan, who became ill with Ebola after arriving from West Africa in Dallas 2 weeks ago, is fighting for his life today. And that's the fifth. That's a completely different article from the screen grab that we just showed you. So if he's fighting for his life today and he's not dead, it just worsened to critical. If you look over here, his condition worsened to critical according to the director of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control. Those fucking lying cocksuckers. Now, fast forwarding. Okay, now we have an interview transcript with the doctors and nurses that cared for him. I guess John just went and cut and paste. We'll have to check his source for that. But okay, John Mulligan, early Saturday morning, October 4th, he had become very critically ill and was placed on a respirator. Scott Pelley, he was intubated. Tube down his throat. He had a dialysis catheter placed because he was not making any urine, but he needed to. He was heavily sedated, and he had tears running down his eyes, rolling down his face, and just normal watering from a sedated person. This was in the form of tears, and I grabbed the tissue and wiped his eyes, and I said, "You're going to be okay. You just get the rest that you need. Let us do the rest for you." And it wasn't 15 minutes later, I couldn't find a pulse, and I lost him. And it was the worst day of my life. This man that we cared for, that fought just as hard with us, lost his fight, and his family couldn't be there. And we were the last people to see him alive. And I was the last one to leave the room, and I held him in my arms. He was alone. It all sounds very dramatic. Now, John goes to say, ask yourself more important questions. If they can lie about this and dictate change to an international news organization, can they not lie about other matters and change news as they see fit? Now, even CBS has edited the transcript. Here's the original transcript. So let's go there. Oh, look at this. This connection is untrusted. An untrusted fucking connection. Okay, so immediately as you go to the archive, they're going to fucking give you this shit. That's going to scare off most of the people because no one wants a virus, right? Well, here, let's add the exception. I've already done this and I deleted the exception just so I could show you what's going on here. So I'm going to confirm that. Let's add that back in. Now it's going to go to the site. Okay, so where are we here? Treating Ebola inside the first U.S. diagnosis. Okay, so October 26. Let's go down here. I'm kind of going through this for the first time again. Let's see here. There's a whole interview here with Scott Pelley. Okay, yes. It's back to this dramatic, emotional breakdown of this first Ebola death. 3 days later, he's back in the ER, gravely ill, and about as contagious as he would ever be. The virus is not transmitted through the air, but physical contact with a single viral particle can cause infection. All right, well, okay. I guess that's, that's why they had such lax medical procedures, as we know from the other videos of his transportation. And we don't need to get into that because other great researchers have already done a great job of figuring that out. Let's get down to the dates. I didn't actually mark my points on this document, so hang on a second here. This is the full suit. Blah, blah, blah. The full suit. He would have been on a fucking gurney that was on wheels and double contained plastic and a negative air system, and he would have been rolled out by people in full hazmat or medical gear. You wouldn't have just let him walk out on his own. But anyway, yeah, there's a speech. I would have nightmares, and still do, of my coworkers being infected and not being able to get to a hospital and treatment and dying. Are you still within the 21-minute work? So this is Scott Pelley's state. This is his story inside the first victim of Ebola. Now moving onward, I don't even want to get into it. The thing is, the point is that first off, these guys change the story. We just went to an archival site, and the archival site went and scared the shit out of us, telling us it was an untrusted connection, right? Okay, so if that's the case, let's go to the actual trusted one. And there, yeah, John goes to say that, yeah, you may find a warning saying the site is untrusted, etc. Here's the new version, though. This is the CBS News inside the first U.S. diagnosis. Okay, so let's look at what fucking crap they're putting up now, and we'll compare it. I'll put that in a new tab, and we'll kind of do a back and forth. Okay, yeah, we were covering the transcript, the doctors and nurses that cared for him, and the heart-wrenching fucking drama that took place. I know it's sad when somebody dies, but when somebody profits from the spin, there's something nefarious there for sure. Anyway, the original transcript got edited. We were going to do a side-by-side. Okay, so one is the current one on the Arutz Shiva. Let's scroll down, or is it in 2 pages? Oh, right, sorry, that's the wrong one. Inside the first case, right. Okay, so the one here at archive.org is the archival. That's the one that got changed, and it got changed to this. So if we do a side-by-side comparison of the actual, let's see what we're going to get here. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, guys, because this video is already starting to creep on like 11, 12 minutes or something. But the links will be provided. You guys can actually go and check it out yourself. I got myself together. I've done what I needed to get myself prepared mentally, emotionally, and physically. I went in there and did what I was supposed to do. Yeah, you did. You still died, right? Whatever. But I want you guys to go through and compare these 2 articles. This is fear porn, guys. This is absolute fear porn. The fact that they can't get their story straight and they have to edit it and rewrite it is absolutely fishy as fuck. And these assholes that are doing this to the mainstream media are absolutely trying to pull the wool over your eyes, guys. Everyone else has been saying it. I'm jumping on board and saying it too. There's like major differences between that. If these guys were actually reporting news, they would be doing investigative research and actually reporting news, not fucking spinning it and changing it on the fly without any kind of apology, any kind of message stating that we've made a change or we've made an error in our original. No, none of that shit. No, they just fucking sweep it under the rug like everything else, and they expect you to just go along with it. Guys, wake the fuck up. The media does this on a regular basis, and you're only catching on now. They've done it with the Parliament shooting. They've already changed the story there, and that's another video for another time, and other people have done great research on that. That'll get covered. I want you guys to be fully aware of what's happening here. And thanks to John. Stand by for more videos. I really want to stress to you guys that this piece that I'm working on for the Designer Disease series is going to be kind of like my entry to the truth movement. I didn't mean to do this video, but I had to because this is something we uncovered while we're doing research for my documentary, and I had to get this one out because this is the kind of shit that if people knew, they would freak the hell out, because their trusted mainstream media sources they just randomly change articles and expect you to go along with it without any apology or without any description of or admission of error. So anyway, guys, this is Robert Morris. I'm signing out for Save Humanity right now, and peace. Fucking pay attention, guys.